Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Digital Nomad Mastery, the podcast and the videocast where we teach you how to make money while traveling the world. And speaking of traveling the world, we're here in beautiful San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua, right in the midst of Holy Week. So there might be some people watching past in the background, but hey, when you're traveling here, this is what you have to do. It's an incredible week here. It's not like in North America, Canada, the U.S., where Good Friday is pretty big, and then Easter Sunday. Here they celebrate the whole week, and the whole country seems to have come and congregated in this little town, San Juan del Sur. So they've set up along the beach about 10 different concert stages. So there's live music and entertainment, food trucks. So it's quite a festive atmosphere. And we're documenting it all on our blog, social media, YouTube channel. So make sure you check those videos and blog posts out to get a little bit of an insider's look into San Juan del Sur, Nicaragua, which means St. John of the South. So as we're traveling, we love interviewing fellow dads, fellow world travelers, fellow bloggers, fellow YouTubers. And we have one on the show today. His name is Dylan Myers.
Hey, guys.
And Dylan is the founder of Family Travel Go, familytravelgo.com. And he's an avid video blogger and YouTuber. So we're going to be finding out a lot of insights on how you, as a potential YouTuber, can also create a successful family travel channel. So Dylan, you're joining us over there in Oklahoma. How are you doing today?
Doing good. Good. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing excellent as well. Thank you. Really enjoying our time over here in Nicaragua, one of the most beautiful countries and very underrated. So I'm a big advocate of promoting tourism here in Nicaragua, especially for families. So Dylan, why don't we get to know you a little bit? Why don't you share a little bit more about yourself, your work, and your family?
Okay. I'm Dylan Myers. I started Family Travel Go, both the YouTube channel and a website a few years ago now, just kind of as fun to kind of record our family memories and help others, inspire them, and show them tips and stuff around traveling. So we started that, and it kind of started off slow, but you get what you put into it. So I took my time and started making content and sharing it and connecting with people on social media. It's kind of started taking off lately. I think it froze up. Okay, so it looks like we might have lost signal with Ricky in Nicaragua. So just rolling. Hopefully it'll reconnect with him here in a minute. But again, I'm Dylan with Family Travel Go. Gotta love technology. It works most of the time, but sometimes it just goes weird. Hey, are you there? I think we lost you for a minute.
Alrighty, so we are back. Apologies about the bad Wi-Fi connection. When you're traveling, life as a nomad means you're never gonna have the perfect Wi-Fi, especially here in Nicaragua. It can cut in and out quite randomly, so apologies for that. Okay. So Dylan, to start off here, I'd love to get to know a little bit about your blog. Tell us a little bit about the origin story. When did you start your blog? And tell us a little bit about the vision and major themes and topics you're writing about on the website.
Okay. I started the blog a few years ago. I kind of just wanted a website to document our family travels, just for our own memories and to help inspire others. And we primarily focus on a lot of destinations, just writing about what to do at specific destinations, locations, and tips about traveling with family. So that's the main focus of the blog. We just kind of want to help others get out there. And just because you have kids or you have a family doesn't mean you can't go travel, doesn't mean you can't go explore.
Absolutely, we definitely speak the same language there. A big advocate of family travel. So tell us about some of the destinations. I had a chance to look at some of your blogs and videos. You've been quite a lot of different places, and it's not the typical Disney getaway. Tell us about some of your exciting destinations you've visited so far, Dylan.
Okay, one of my favorite things to do is just to load up in the car and just take a long family road trip. We've taken a few that have been around 2 weeks, sometimes longer. And one of our favorite places to go is just to drive to California and then drive up and down the coast and just get out there in nature, do some hiking and stuff like that. We went out to Glass Beach in Fort Bragg. It's one of my favorite places in the world. The beach there, instead of having sand, it's glass pebbles, smooth little glass pebbles. And it actually, I think 40 years ago or something, it was a dump. And they had trash there. And over time, they cleaned it up. The glass broke up on the rocks and became small pebbles. And it's kind of one of those things that, it might not be there 50, 60 years from now, because the pebbles are shrinking smaller over time and people are taking them. So that was one of our favorite destinations. And then also a little farther north to the redwood forest, just outstanding. I mean, it doesn't cost a dime to go to Glass Beach or Redwood Forest, you know, other than the traveling there. But I mean, you go pay for Disneyland, which I love Disneyland, but you could go do something free and just be in something so unique and amazing.
Awesome. Sounds like a couple of great destinations in the U.S. Also, maybe you want to cover some of your international travel as well. I know you were in my neck of the woods here in Costa Rica. Tell us about some of your international travel you guys have done.
Yeah, so far we haven't taken the kids anywhere international yet. We just got their passports 2 weeks ago. So we got some trips coming up. Actually, next week, we're going to be going on a cruise. We're going to be stopping in Mexico, Cozumel, and Yucatan. But international for us, I've been on some cruises before with my wife. And also we had a week in Costa Rica, which was amazing. We did zip lining. You can check this stuff out on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/familytravelgo. We did zip lining. We saw a monkey sanctuary. We hung out on the beach. It was really cool. Right outside of the resort, there was a black sand beach. And just around the corner was a white sand beach. So we kind of had the best of both worlds with two different kinds of beaches. It was just gorgeous there.
Sounds amazing. And of course, you're documenting all this on your blog, your social media, and especially your YouTube channel. So tell us a little bit about the channel. When did you start it up? And what are some of the videos you're making and documenting on your channel?
Okay, so the YouTube channel, I started it a few years ago also, and it kind of started off slow. I'd post a video maybe once a month, every few months. Just hard to find the time to sit down and do the editing. But now I've kind of got myself in a routine, and I'm posting multiple videos a week. And I want to take this time to announce I'm going to be posting 360 videos. I'm going to try to do it every Thursday, 360 Thursday, and then Fridays, Flyby Fridays, drone videos. I recently got a GoPro 360 camera right here, which is the GoPro Fusion. It's got a lens on both sides, and it records in 360. And you can watch those on my YouTube channel. I have a few up right now, which you can actually watch with your phone, your computer, and you can kind of drag it with the mouse or move the phone around and watch it. You don't have to have a VR headset, but if you do, you can get one of these pretty much anywhere, online, Walmart, wherever, and then you can actually, it's like you're traveling with us. So it's really exciting. And then here's my drone I just recently got. I love it because it's just small, compact. It shoots in 4K, folds out. So I'm going to be posting a drone video every Friday for Flyby Friday. Almost every Friday. We'll be traveling, so sometimes it won't be Wi-Fi signals and stuff like that. Hard to post. But that's a little bit about the YouTube channel. We're also going to be doing on Mondays and Tuesdays older videos because I have so many trips I haven't showed you guys yet that I think people will find value for. So those will be coming also. And then I might even start doing like weekly live updates with us, what we're currently doing, what's going on with us. So big focus on the YouTube. You can see us at youtube.com/familytravelgo. Please subscribe. We got some great content coming.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So walk us through some of the other equipment you're using. So you showed us the drone. You showed us the GoPro with the 360 videos. What are you using for your normal video footage?
For the normal video footage, I also actually use the 360 because when I edit it, I can edit it to just the traditional 1080p traditional footage. And it's cool because when I edit it, I can select any frame of the 360 to show the viewers. So if I'm walking through doing a vlog and my son's over here climbing on a rock or something, I don't have to like turn the camera real fast to him. It just records him. And when I edit it, I can just pan it to him. So I can take the 360 footage and make normal footage for the normal vlogs.
So you're pretty much shooting 100% with your GoPro and of course the drone. You're not using a DSLR, camcorder,
yeah.
smartphone?
I actually have a Canon 5D Mark II, which I use for all my Instagram photos, almost all my Instagram photos. And I do take videos with this as well. Because, you know, there's times we're on travels that you want to be able to zoom in on something, get up close with it. So I do that, some of the videos. And a lot of the videos I actually kind of combine the different footage in to make one video with all the different cameras.
Sounds great. And I think one of the reasons why people don't start on YouTube or they don't start video blogging is the fear of looking foolish on video, the fear of judgment or rejection, the fear of editing, overwhelm, the time involved, etc. So I'd love to hear your insights into overcoming those fears as a video blogger or as a YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, I see what you're talking about there. There's fears with everything you do in life. People are going to judge you no matter what. I kind of just, focus on the positive. I'm a very positive, outgoing person. People are going to be negative. Let them be negative. I'm going to just brush it right off my shoulder, keep smiling, doing my thing. I was doing videos and taking pictures before I started these blogs and vlogs. So it's just kind of who I am and what I do. So I'd say for people that want to start a YouTube channel, just get out there and start doing it. You're going to have people that are rude. Ignore them. There's going to be awesome people out there like you that are going to be positive, and there's great communities on Facebook that people support each other. I mean, I've met so many people just doing this stuff, getting new inspiration from people and the tips, just to get out there and start it.
Awesome. Great advice. Great advice. As they say, the haters are our motivators. So you got to brush off the haters and focus on the positive community that surrounds you. So one of the fears, obviously, is the confidence issue. The other big fear I think people have, or something that prevents them, is the editing. So tell us about what do you use in terms of software, and how do you edit your videos?
Okay, for my software, I use primarily Adobe Premiere. But when the GoPro footage comes out first, I put it in the GoPro Fusion software, which comes with the GoPro camera. So first I put it in there, kind of get it lined up how I want it, then export the video files, and then place them in Premiere. And it's not that much more complex than traditional video editing. And I've still been getting it figured out. I watch a few YouTube videos. I mean, pretty much anything you want to learn nowadays, you can get on YouTube, get on Google, find great tutorials. I've made a few how-to videos. I plan on making more. And Adobe Premiere is pretty much where I'm at. I use Photoshop for the images, or Adobe Lightroom for photos and Instagram. And yeah, Adobe products is how I'm going.
Awesome. So we walked through the equipment, the editing. I'd love to hear a little about the marketing. It's one thing to have the most amazing videos, whole other ball game to get those views up there, to get people liking, people commenting. So tell us about what you do in terms of marketing those videos.
Okay, every time I post a video, I always share it on my social media accounts. I share it on Facebook and Twitter, and then you got to think of the people that are going to watch your stuff no matter what, your friends and family, close friends and family. Send it to them, have them help people share it. I make sure to tag my videos with related tags to help people find it in Google searches. And I also make videos and playlists so the related content stays together. There's also, like I mentioned earlier, some Facebook groups that I'm in that have a great community where we watch each other videos and we encourage each other on advice and tips of what we should do, what we shouldn't do, and that helps grow our audience as well.
Awesome. And any tips around the whole video SEO in terms of optimizing maybe the title, the descriptions, the tags?
Yeah, I always try to make a clear title. A lot of times if it's a 4K video, I try to include 4K in the title, and I try to be very clear with what the video is. Like for my zip lining in Costa Rica, I put zip lining in Costa Rica, and I put the location, because I feel like a lot of times travel bloggers and travel vloggers will put videos and they'll say we're at so-and-so place, but a lot of people don't know where that is. I have to go on Google and find a map and find where is that. That looks cool. So I try to be very specific, showing this is in ziplining in Guanacaste, Costa Rica, and then put it in that information so people can find it. On a blog post, almost every blog post, I try to add a Google map in the bottom of it so people can find exactly where I'm at. If I'm at a restaurant, doing a foodie review, whatever, they can find exactly where I'm at. And then also to help, I make custom images. So for the ziplining video, I had a photo that I took in Costa Rica, and then I put it in Photoshop, add the title, and that way when people scroll through, the images really, I think, grab people's attention and make them want to watch it. So if I have a 360 video, I want to make sure I put my little Family Travel Go 360 icon on the image and mention that it's in 360 so people will click it and hopefully watch.
Those are some great suggestions because I actually just watched your Costa Rica video, and when I watched it, I'm like, oh, I'm heading there in a few weeks. I wonder where this place is. So I was actually going to Google it. So I'm glad you kind of preempted that by putting the Google Maps and being really specific. Because a lot of people will know the country, but they won't know the city, the geographic area. So that's a great tip there. And you also brought up the thumbnails. So obviously, you know, that's one of the make or break issues with any video. When people see the thumbnail, that's going to be really what makes them click, the thumbnail and the title. So what would you say are some key elements of a good thumbnail?
So I think a good thumbnail needs to have a picture of a person, including with like a location. So a lot of times, because people like seeing people, it's what we do, we talk to people. So I feel like when you're scrolling through YouTube and they just see like words, they might skip it, or if they see like a pretty picture, they might click it. But if it's got like a pretty picture and some people, they might be more likely to watch it. So that's what I would say.
Awesome. Great tips there. And I know one of the other things you do is you're working with travel destinations and getting sponsors, reviewing products. Walk us through that part of your business, that part of your blog in terms of getting press trips or working with sponsors, getting reviews, etc.
Okay. One of the best things that I've noticed is if you want to try to get a press trip or a sponsor like that, you need to contact them far in advance, and you need to kind of contact them, plan your trip around a time when a lot of people aren't going. You try to contact some people during like spring break and stuff, you're not very likely to get like a hotel room or anything like that. But if you contact during those other times, it's more likely. I've contacted some people and not got any answers back. I've contacted some people and had some communication, and then it fell through. And then some people are very excited and welcoming. So it's got to hit and miss. You got to just go for it. I've also had people just contact me out of the blue. I recently had Samsonite luggage contact me, which was awesome. I wasn't expecting that at all. And Tidy Snap. So it's kind of fun to get products like that I can share with my viewers and just test them out. It's a fun part of being a travel blogger.
Yeah, absolutely, and providing great resources to other traveling families. I actually didn't even hear of that, the snaps for the luggage. Maybe you can actually give them a shout out since we're talking about it, and tell us a little bit about how it works.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to our friends over at Tidy Snap. They have these little things. They're kind of like the slap bracelets that you might have seen when you were kids, but they're kind of like a rubber material, and they really are actually pretty good with packing. You could roll up your shirts, your pants, whatever. It actually saves space. So they're pretty handy. And then the luggage I got from Samsonite was Star Wars luggage. That's a separate company. Shout out to UK Samsonite. They sent us some luggage to test out. Very well made. Really cool. It's Star Wars, so I'm a big Star Wars nerd, so it's pretty fun.
Sounds great. So, Dylan, I'm curious to know what is the vision forward? You know, you've created this successful blog, successful channel. Tell us a little bit about your kind of the future. Pull out the crystal ball and tell us in terms of travel destination, bucket list items, and your vision forward. Okay,
our vision forward, well, actually here in a week or so, we're going to be going on a cruise, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to have great 360 footage and drone footage from our cruise. We're doing our vlog there, a bunch of great pictures. And we want to do at least one or two international destinations every year. It's kind of what we can squeeze in. We want to, you know, do weekend trips, little weekend getaways. Being in Oklahoma is kind of nice because we can kind of just go in one direction and have a good little weekend somewhere. And then multi-week trips, road trips with the kids. That's kind of our plans, to continue focusing on the YouTube channel, continue the 360 videos. I feel like it's kind of a unique thing. A lot of kids nowadays love watching things in 360. And we're going to keep writing on our blog, hopefully keep inspiring families to get out there and travel. Just because you got kids doesn't mean you can't travel. Changing a diaper isn't any more fun doing it at home or on the beach. You got to change it either way. So just keep writing on Family Travel Go and keep blogging on youtube.com/familytravelgo.
Absolutely. You know, it's you're going to have this problems with the kids, the tantrums and the sibling rivalry, no matter where. So I'd rather them do it here in like Nicaragua, where we are, rather than the hometown. So definitely can relate to your sentiments there. As you mentioned, a lot of people have these kind of like fears when they become parents, when they have kids, and then a lot of people say goodbye to travel once the kids come. But you're obviously living proof, and so am I, that travel doesn't have to stop once kids come around. So what advice or tips would you give to other families, other moms, other dads who are watching right now who want to travel more, but they have all these self-doubts, insecurities? Maybe walk us through some tips you would give them.
Okay, the main thing is just, like I said earlier, stay positive. Like I said, you're going to be dealing with these things, whether you're at home or on the road. Sometimes it might be a little more hectic on the road, but hey, you're out there, you're seeing new things, you're exposing your kids to new things. They help learn from that. It's great for them. It's great for you. I mean, just get out there and travel.
Yeah, I totally agree there. And it might not be international. It might not be, to a country with a different language. It can just be in your own backyard. You mentioned some great family destinations in the U.S. there. So maybe just to the next state, or even within your state, visiting a place you've never been. So great insights, Dylan. So to close off here, how can people connect? You have your website, your social media, your YouTube channel, and more. Tell us all the ways people can connect with you, Dylan.
Okay, you can subscribe to us on youtube.com/familytravelgo. You can read our blog at familytravelgo.com. We have an Instagram page, instagram.com/familytravelgo. We have Twitter @familytravelgo. We also have a Snapchat, which we do, and let's see, Google Plus. Try to get out there on all the different social media channels.
You definitely made it easy for us by having the same username across the board. That's very rare to get the same username. It's usually taken. So good on you for picking that username that fits in terms of the number of letters and in terms of availability across every social media network and platform. So Dylan, thank you again. It's definitely very insightful. Highly encourage everyone who's watching, listening to check out Dylan's blog. Once again, Family Travel Go. So thanks, Dylan, for your time today.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks. So once again, I'll have the link to Dylan's blog and his YouTube channel down below, so you can click right through and check out his blog. And make sure you follow us as well with DaddyBlogger.com as we travel here through South America and now Central America. So thanks, everyone. And we'll catch up with you guys in the next episode.